Hello everybody, how is it going? So, we're playing some ace against a Lucci. Our opening hand is honestly, it's kind of nuts, kind of insane. I have one other game for you guys. It was a little bit jank, so I figured I'd put it after this one because this one felt more like an interesting game than the other. Well, not that the other one isn't interesting, I guess. I think my start is really interesting. But we get double searcher turn 1. Off the buggy, we grab a beam. Off the Issho, we grab a new gate. And he just swings for 8. He also chose to go first. And maybe he just doesn't have a ton of experience with Lucci. But you definitely want to go second. Even though you have a decent 135 curve, you need to see that 135 curve. And that's not going to happen every game. So I think it's just a safer bet to go with the going second route. But we play at Whitebeard Pirates, grab an Issho. Probably just swing with our buggy and then play the Issho. And that's what we do. Also just wanted to talk for a little bit about my last video. The thumbnail I know is probably it's not like my normal thumbnail, so I might have just glanced over it and been like, I don't know what this is, I'll ignore it, but yeah, that's cool. But it basically is just me playing whatever my opponent played last game. So I think I started with Dofi. And then we went on and, yeah, I played different matches. Feel free to check that out if you want. If you guys aren't about that type of content, I'll definitely stick to my normal content of just matches. I'm cool with either. The other one takes a lot longer to record just because if I don't have a deck, I have to make a deck, and then I gotta play that deck, and then, rinse and repeat the cycle. So, yeah, let me know on that, but not a ton going on. He swings for 5. I take. He plays a Kuzan, draws a card, then gets a Spandam and plays a Kaku, passes it back to us. I'm sorry, wait, no, that 5k swing was at our buggy? So yeah, our buggy is gone, my bad. We're probably just going to play our 5-drop Marco this turn. KO the Spandam. It's too bad I don't have an Otama in hand. I could deal with the Kuzan, that'd be pretty sweet. But yep, we'll KO the Spandam and leave one up for a Radical Beam. If he chooses to swing with his Kuzan and his leader, the second attack will be able to use our Radical Beam for 4k. So that's pretty good. He plays a Kaku. He definitely could have swung with Kuzan first and then popped my Marco. I know it's you're not going to out the Marco, but it's a guaranteed you're ripping a card from my hand. And then you could kind of keep beating on the Marco. Just, slap a Dawn on your leader. But I think he wants to leave 2 up for Impact Wave, so I kind of get why he just chose to pop an Issho. And honestly, popping the little searchers and ace is kind of valuable, because later on when I play my 7-drop ace, they trade really well into 5k bodies or 6k bodies, so it's fair enough to want to clear those, honestly. But we'll take that. I should have triggered that. I think I just muscle memoried no trigger, but yeah, that just would have let me search, so kind of no reason for me not to trigger that. But we find a 4-drop Marco. It's probably what we would have grabbed off of it anyway, and then we would have had a different draw. But hey, at least it's another event in hand to discard for a 5-drop Marco. And right here I decide actually not to play my ace, just because, this turn isn't a great ace turn regardless. It'd just be a 7k rusher. But I really wanted to out his 4-drop Kuzan, so my top end would be safe whenever I played them. And then we'll just probably swing 6, swing 8. We'll probably get Impact Waved on our leader swing. Could have definitely swung 9, but I just wanted to leave one up for the Radical Beam. Also could have chucked an event card. I don't know. I never really feel like it's worth it unless you're going for game to do that on ace. But that's just me. So we'll go 8. He'll Impact Wave, kill our Issho. We'll pass it back. And I think I get mauled by an Issho here. It wasn't that bad. I was worried it was gonna hit my ace or my Whitebeard. I don't think it ends up hitting either. Yeah, it hits a Marco and I think our blocker Marco. The blocker Marco kinda sucks, but we don't really need the blocker Marco. Issho hates Marco, confirmed. Swings 5 at our leader with his leader. We'll probably counter it. Yep, we'll chuck a Crossfire for a 1k counter. And he'll go 6 at my Marco. We'll probably just let it die and discard our Pirates or Whitebeard Pirates. Just didn't want to drop a 2k counter on that. Didn't feel worth it. We'll try another Whitebeard Pirates. Okay. But this is our 10 Dawn turn. We probably want to get down that new gate. And it'll be there to help us deal with his Issho. Yep, we'll slam down the new gate. And we'll swing for 7 on his Kaku. And we'll pass it back. Him letting that go probably tells me he doesn't have 2k counters, so that's good to note. Place down a Kaku off of an air door. Nothing really to pop with the Kaku. All my stuff is above 3 cost. But if he put a Dawn on his Issho before he does the air door and like played for hitting a Kaku, he could have popped my Marco, and again that rips a card from my hand. So definitely a slight misplay on his part. It happens though, air door is RNG. Maybe he just was hoping for a blue no or one of the vanillas that Lucci usually plays. But he does end up putting a Dawn on the Issho after, so I mean unlucky. He just didn't think of it, I guess. We'll go 2 Dawn on leader, 3 Dawn on leader, and swing at our Marco for 8. I really didn't want to let this die just because of his leader effect. I didn't want him restanding. Even though it kind of puts him in a rough spot anyway. Like, yeah, sure, I go down in a lot of cards, but he would be too. He'd be on 1 card, so kind of let me out the Issho for free. He'll swing 10, but I think he goes for my life instead of the Marco. Might have been better to go for the Marco, because I pretty much have to let that die, right? And then I just discard an event. But then he'd be able to restand his leader if he wanted to. Again, it still kind of puts him in a weird spot, so maybe not the best idea. Almost past turn. By the way, if you guys play on the simulator and don't have that setting on where you have to like confirm your actions, it's nice to have on. I mean, maybe you guys are like a bit more there than me when it comes to doing this, but I would forget all the time. But we'll ace minus his Issho and his Kaku. And this turn was clean. We love turns like this. He'll counter out of the Marco swing at the Issho with a blue no. We'll go 7 at the Issho. Again, assuming no 2k counters, so that just outs it. We'll go 5 at his lead. I think I just realized, I could pop the Kaku with the new gate. I think that's the gears were turning there. And I'm like, yep, get to pop the Kaku as well. Man, new gate is so good. Who knew massive beat stick Robin would be so good? Well, I'm sure a lot of people. Just because Robin's already super good and she's only on a 4k body. Well, we're pretty much guaranteed living here. And he needs like a lot of defense to survive next turn. Issho's again, that's not the type of defense he needs, I'm gonna be real. Ripping 2 cards for me is not gonna help you live next turn. I don't even know what he hit. I'd have to go back and look. I don't think I checked my graveyard because I was like, it just doesn't matter at this point. Well, 1k counter out of that. We don't really have to because we know we're going for game next turn, but we'd counter it anyway. We'll go probably 1 Dawn on the Marco. Swing for 7. He'll impact wave out of that. And then because we know that's out, we'll go 9 on our ace. See if he has the double 2k and a 1k. He does not. And then we'll just slam the rest of our Dawn on our new gate and swing for 17. And that is pretty much game. Alright, our next game. We got a mirror. Yes, sir. And our opening hand is looking rough there, so we mulligan it. And check this out. I feel like this is, bad version of Exodia, you know what I'm saying? Look at all those 7 costs. Just looks kind of funny. 2 aces, 3 flame emperors. Yes, sir. This is the start we want. But yeah, we pass. I chose to go first just to try to play the Marco into ace into Whitebeard curve. But I mean, we have one piece of it, but we don't have the new gate or the Marco or any way to find either of them yet. So we'll see. He plays a buggy and grabs a Fire Fist and passes it to me. We pick up an Issho. Alright, that's not bad. That's not bad. We'll play the Issho, see what we find. It's pretty much only option is the blocker Marco. That's fine though. It's not a bad piece to have. And then we'll just swing 7. We get a Java update. Why is like I swear my computer is just out to grief me. I only get these notifications when I'm like recording a video. It's so annoying. But we'll swing 7. If I remember in this match, this guy like was thinking a lot, but yeah, he decides to take the 7k hit. Swings for 6 at our leader. We'll take that one. We get a crossfire. No reason to really use it. Now we'll go Dawn on his leader. Swing 6, we're taking that as well. I'm just trying to see cards to hopefully let us play the game a bit more. We'll put 1 Dawn on the Issho, attack his buggy for 3. We'll probably end up playing the blocker Marco and just swing for 5. Yeah, probably swing for 5 and play the blocker Marco. Yep, pass it back. And this would be his turn to play his 5-drop Marco. So he might have had just as rough a start as we did, so fair enough. But he did have a, I think it was the Issho, or no, it was the buggy. Yeah, it was a buggy turn 1, so that always helps to at least just have that body. He'll play a Fire Fist, trashing a crossfire to KO my blocker Marco and my Issho. That's pretty strong because I'm on 3 life instead of 2, so you know, can't res my Marco there. He'll go 3 Dawn on his leader, swing at us for 8 most likely, and I'll probably take it just to put us in the range of a blocker Marco or a radical beam if we see either of them next turn. But we get a jet pistol off life, and we draw another jet pistol, and I'm looking at my hand like, what the hell? What is going on? But it's fine, we'll swing for 5, and we'll probably just end up playing the ace, because we have the second one. So if we play it, and then he plays it, and then we play another one, we kind of win out on that rock, paper, scissors. Not really, but just, you got it? Yeah, I got it. Well, I do too, so it's kind of like that. Like if he has the second one as well in this exchange, it's just kind of funny. He will counter out of that with a 5-drop Marco. We'll play our ace and swing for 7. He'll take that one and we'll pass it back. Play his own ace. Probably goes 6 at our ace. We're just gonna let that go. Goes 7 at lead. We'll take it again. And we'll play down our ace once again. And we'll just go 5 at it. I'm kind of cool with him protecting it a little bit. He'll 2k out of that with the Jozu, and then we'll go 1 Dawn on our ace and swing 8. And if he's a demon, he could go 2 2ks and a 1k, but he lets it go. And we'll leave 1 up for a guard point. Too bad it's not a radical beam, but what are you gonna do? It is what it is. He'll drop his new gate. Very good, but we have 3 Flame Emperors in hand, and we do have a Crossfire or an Otama, so that Nugget is most definitely getting answered. And we will defend this. Again, if only that was a Radical Beam. It'd be so sweet, but it's okay. We'll use the guard point plus a Jet Pistol to counter out of that there. We draw another Otama. So basically we can answer like Nugates for 3 turns straight if that's all he has. But we're losing out on like card advantage. We're playing 2, he's playing 1, so just kind of funny. So yeah, well, Otama, Flame Emperor, his Nugate. Probably just swing 8. No way he doesn't defend this. It's just a 2k counter. He'll double 1k out of that, so that just tells me he has no 2ks. So that's very valuable information. He'll take the 7k hit from ace, and we'll pass it back. He'll play his own ace once again. We're back to the, you got it? Yeah, I got it. But this one I left 2 Dawn up, and I have a 2k counter. So it's actually, if he doesn't like commit more on his ace, it's actually really easy for me to defend my ace here. So I'll definitely end up doing that if he just goes 7 at my ace. And that's what he does, so we'll just crossfire out of this hit as well. and he rage quits. Well, thank you for watching, guys.